Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tony and the channel is Tony Talks Cards. This is going to be a part two to the first video I put out a couple days ago where I did some shout outs of channels below 500 subs and talked about what I like about them, what I've learned from them, and a bit about their channel and the person behind the channel. So follow up to that's going to be this video, which is going to show and highlight a bunch of channels I follow that are 501 subs to 1,000. Like I said, I have 122 subscriptions. I don't know if that's high, low, or in the middle, or about right for all of us here in the YouTube card community. But I went through my subscriptions, looked at all the ones that are 501 to 1,000 ish, and picked out about 15 or so that I really follow. Every single video they put out, I'm there watching. I try to comment as much as I can. And I've learned a lot from these channels too. There's a lot of channels I'm not going to name, but I just haven't got a chance to talk to or interact with as much yet, but hope to more in the future. But these 15-ish or so are ones I really enjoy watching. And hopefully, if you don't know about them yet, you all can find about them here. I'll link to their channels in the description. You can see them, click on them, subscribe if you haven't already done so. But different than my first video, I've decided to not just name the channels and talk about them, but I found a card or something for my collection that I think goes along with that person's interest level, card, player, set, era, team, etc., to kind of talk about them that way too, to make it a little more fun as well. So let's dig in. The first one we have is going to be Drew over at Clean Cheap Shots. So, Drew, I love your videos. Found you a couple months ago showing random cards in cornfields, at baseball fields, and other parts of the U.S. you wouldn't expect to see cards in. And I appreciate meeting you briefly at the National in Chicago a few weeks ago. And so, because I've seen some videos of you with cards in, I think, cornfields, I have this card I picked up from Scott at Reindeer Studios showing Mr. Terrence Mann, of course, from Field of Dreams. And in Field of Dreams, of course, Kevin Costner playing the lead character famously mows down a cornfield to build a baseball field. So I thought this would go along with you with that connection. Again, check out Scott at Reindeer Studios. Picked up this with a few other baseball movie based cards he did as artwork like this, which are really, really cool looking too. So Mr. Terrence Mann for you on that one, Drew. Thanks again for your channel. Number two is going to be Stuke over at Stuke's. I think it's Baseball Cards and Curiosities. I didn't know much about exhibit cards at all before finding his channel, but learned a lot about those. Love learning about the history of them, when they came out, the tints, the colors, how you would have got them as a kid back then. I picked up a few randomly the last few months. This one I may have got for $5 or less. It's got some creasing on it, but this is a Larry Doby. And if you watch this video, if you want to leave a comment, I'm not sure what year this is. I probably should ask you at some point and see how to tell this from something else. But yeah, cool Larry Doby exhibit card. So thank you again, and check out Stuke's channel as well if you haven't already done so. Number three is going to be Brent Richards, baseball cards. He does a lot of 90s, more modern stuff than I would have gotten into. I stopped collecting in like 93, 94. And a lot of what I think he shows is post that. But I did find one overlap. I don't know when I would have bought this pack, but this came in the pack. And I'm sure Brent can tell me when and where it was issued from. But being a Cubs guy, I still held on to it. This is what it says, a 1994 edition. All it says 1993 Leaf at the bottom of it. It's a Donruss Diamond Kings of Rick Wilkins. I saw him play catcher a lot of summers, springs, and fall on WGN growing up, along with seeing guys like Ryan Sandberg, Andre Dawson, Sean Dunston, Mark Grace. And this is a Diamond King. Shout out to you, Brent. I think it's 93 or 94. You could probably tell me in the comments if you watch this. But again, thanks for your channel and your content. I appreciate you and watch you on YouTube as well. Next is going to be the High Pop Professor. I found his channel a few months ago too, and I think I first found it because he had a video on Greg Maddux. I think he's a Greg Maddux collector. I hope that's right. I think it is. And I'm a Greg Maddux guy, given he's a Cubs guy. And then when he went to the Braves, I watched him on TBS, just like I would have watched him on WGN. So I do have a bunch of Maddux cards as well. So these are a few I got, probably pack pull back in the late 80s. His I don't know why $3 is on that top loader, but didn't pay that for that. Greg Maddux, 87 Donruss rated rookie, and being me, being frugal about storing cards, another one on the back. Put two cards in one, right? 50% off the storage cost. So there's two Greg Maddux 1987 Donruss rated rookie cards right there for you, Mr. High Pop Professor. Next, who do we have? We have Vintage Sanctuary, Adam. So I met you, bumped into you a couple times in Chicago. I know you collect basketball cards. I don't have a lot of basketball cards of the ones you show, like the star cards you've shown before. But I thought about, what do you do in a sanctuary? It's very relaxing, it's zen, it's meditation. And the one card I thought of I got for my son, who's an Arizona Cardinals fan at the National. He's a Kyler Murray fan too. Let me find that card here real quick. Here's Kyler Murray doing a very zen, meditative-like pose. So check out Adam at Vintage Sanctuary if you haven't already done so. Keep it up, Adam. Enjoy meeting you at the National as well. Next is vintage, or sorry, a lot of vintage names here. Value Vintage, Aaron. So Aaron's a guy I've talked to a few times, texted with. Really love watching his channel, understanding and learning about all the non-routine issues, whether it be oversized, pre-war, newspaper-based, magazine-based stuff I just didn't know existed in the good old Beckett days. But now I'm finding out more about that these things exist and are really cool. So one thing I got that kind of I thought about him maybe in seeing this card now is this 1928 exhibits Gabby Hartnett. I've shown this before. It's a one I got at an REA auction, but love the large view of him, his smile, the Cubs on the shirt, crouching down, the catcher's mitt. Again, I know Aaron likes the details like the shoes, the socks there, and just a nice big oversized picture of a Hall of Famer. So thank you, Aaron, for your content, and keep that up, and definitely check Aaron out if you haven't already, but probably most of you probably have. So keep watching him and keep commenting and liking his videos too. Next, we've got Boston fan. Obviously a big Red Sox fan. Don't have a lot of vintage Hall of Fame Red Sox players for some reason yet, but I found one that I can show. Shout out to Boston fan here. This is 1961 Topps Pumpsie Green, the first African American to play for the Red Sox. He had a 1960 Topps rookie, but this is his first full kind of solo traditional card image, 1961 Topps. So there you go there. Check out Boston fan if you haven't done so already as well. Next, we've got Drew, the Drew of Vintage Legacy. I found your channel a few months ago too, and the first video I watched of yours was one talking about the 1955 Bowman set, the cool television design, the retro nature of it, and kind of what that meant in history and why that would have been so cool and innovative to kids collecting cards in 1955 for Bowman. So I bought this card a little bit ago to go with the collection I'm building that I'll talk about in a separate video. But this is a 1955 Bowman Tom Alston, someone I hadn't heard of before doing more research in baseball, not in the Hall of Fame. But like Pumpsie Green, he was the first, I believe, I could be wrong about this, but I believe he's the first, again, black player for the St. Louis Cardinals. And this is his only mainstream traditional card. I think he has some food or regional issues that came out, but this is his only card. So I picked this up a few months ago to go to a collection I'm building that's going to show all of the first African American players who integrated, who played for their team. And he was, I believe, the first Cardinal player. So that reminded me of you, Drew. Thanks for that video, and keep up the work over there. Enjoy your videos, and check out Drew if you haven't done so already as well. There's the back of that card, just FYI. It's a higher number card, which I think makes it a little bit more expensive. Number 257 there. So that is Mr. Tom Alston. Next, we've got everyday card collector Jason. Met Jason in the National a couple weeks ago. Had a drink on Saturday. Went to the trade night, and he was very, very gracious and a good friend. And glad to meet you in person in Chicago. I know you're a big White Sox and Bulls fan, as I am with the Bulls. So why not show a few Bulls cards from my childhood? The 1990 Fleer Michael Jordan. And I had one more, but it may have gone away. But that represents, yep, it flew away somewhere. But that's the Jordan card I had to show you here, Jason. But also, I know you're a White Sox fan, as some other guys on this list are. This is number 100, 1960 Topps, Nellie Fox. I always like the horizontal view on these cards, the multicolor, the inset black and white picture. And again, Nellie Fox, I think, was coming off, if I'm correct, I think he was AL MVP in 1959. I could be off about that, but again, a shout out to White Sox fans out there, including you, Jason, with that. So thanks for your channel. Thanks for inviting me on with you and Sammy on Cardboard and Cold Ones a couple months ago. Keep it up and love to see your new venture when it comes to interviewing other collectors too. So look forward to seeing that as well. After Jason, who do we have? We have Rocket Rick J. So I met Rick in Chicago as well, bumped into him at a table looking for a card. I met him and I think his wife. Him and his wife, I think, at the Wednesday gathering with the Misfits over the Lowe's Hotel. And Rick, I really enjoy your videos of how detailed you are in going through your cards, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s players, telling me about those players, something about them, how the card was made, how it was issued. You've got a very steady way of doing that, and I love watching your videos and all your pickups, so keep that up. I know you were looking for, I think, a 1950s Yankee player, and we briefly bumped into each other at a table in Chicago. I don't have a lot of Yankees from the 50s, but I do have a couple I want to show. Check out Rocket Rick J's channel if you haven't already. This is one of these kind of fake made-up cards. It's from 1954, the Archives set. It's Elston Howard, if he'd had a 1954 Topps card. At the bottom, it says 1954 Prospect. So there's a Yankee there. And the next real card I have of a Yankee is a 1959 Topps Enos Slaughter. I believe this is his last Topps Playing Days card. A Yankee. I do like that design. It's like the 1958 Topps football design. And do have a few of these in my collection, but shout out to you, Rocket Rick. Keep it up. And check his channel out if you haven't already done so. After Rocket Rick, we got White Sox fan collector. Mitchell, I met you, of course, in Chicago with Jason. I know you're a runner like I am, so good luck with that. I think you have a marathon or half marathon coming up in Chicago. But want to show another White Sox off for you. I will double dip initially on the Nelly Fox that I used for Jason, but also got this to show as well. The glare may be a bit much, I'm not sure. 1956 Topps Larry Doby as a Chicago White Sox. 1956. So, Mitchell, loved meeting you. Thanks for hanging out there, and hope to meet you again in Chicago, either at the National, some other card show coming up. So, check out Mitchell's channel for sure if you haven't done so already as well with him at White Sox Fan Card Collector. Beyond that, we've got Vintage on Vintage Steve. He does the great team ups with John P. Collects. I believe, Steve, we bumped into each other a couple times with you and John and me in at the National as well. And I think you're a big Hank Aaron guy. I've got a few of his cards from the Brewers time, but here's another one of those kind of would-be, could have been fake cards I've got. 1953 Topps, again, Archives, what could have been card of Hank Aaron. So I got this from a pack probably at a Walmart or Target back in 1993 or something like that. Thought of you, love your SGC reveals and how you talk about cards, your eye for grading. Keep it up and check out Steve's channel if you haven't done so already. Basement Card Collector, rounding around third here on my list. Basement Card Collector has a nice Chicago Cubs background. Shows up a bunch of, I think, friends mail pickups, local card shop pickups, but I think has some Dawson, some Sandberg, a lot of Cubs stuff he shows off too. So for Mr. Basement Card Collector, this is a 1979 Cubs official roster book, press, radio, and TV edition. So it talks about the players, statistics, historical records of the Cubs, and even some of the players who are playing for the Cubs in 79, for example. So a lot of Cubs things that I have that are not Cubs cards, but Cubs memorabilia. But shout out to you and check out that channel as well, the Basement Card Collector. 3 more to go. Next is Mr. Mookie Chilson. Look forward to meeting you at some point as well. Maybe at Strongsville or the National. I showed this card in the last video, but I'll show it again for you. This is my 1933 Diamond Stars Travis Jackson. And I'm going to try to get this thing out of the sleeve here because I've shown this before. It's been a while, but again, this has a nice pinhole right above Stonewall, to the left of Stonewall there. There's the pinhole. So shout out to you, Mookie, about that. But secondly, I think you're a New York Mets fan. I'm pretty sure you are. I've got this unopened rack pack that has 2 Mets showing. So there you go there. Shout out to you and the double Mets. You've got Keith Hernandez and John Mitchell on the top of 88 Topps football. What am I saying? 88 Topps baseball. So hope to meet you in person too at some point. 2 more to go. Redneck Card Collector. One of the first guys I did an interview with and talked to on live on recording on a camera. Good to meet you, Joe, and hang out with you and your friends at the National. And a few of you guys, me too, are Stan Musial fans. So shout out to all you Cardinals guys and Joe, you specifically. Here is a if I get out of the sleeve here, 1962 Topps Stan Musial card, his second to last Topps Playing Days issue. Love the stands, the stadium in the background, the fans there, his smiling face, the bat. Picked this up raw for probably about $40 off a Facebook group, but really nice Cardinal. Good representation of Stan in my collection. So thank you, Joe, thank you. Congrats on passing 500 just recently. So keep it up. Love your channel and hope to see you soon as well. And the last person, but not least, I think he may have been the most recent person on this list to reach 500 is none other than Keith at Lonely Basement Card Collecting or Card Collector. And all I've got to say is enough said. Keith, enjoy your channel. Love meeting you in person at the Lowe's Misfits event, at the trade night, I think, too. Glad you got back safely in your long drive back from Chicago. Glad you enjoyed the cards and look forward to your channel and your videos as well. So that was about 15, 16-ish channels. Put them in the descriptions. If you don't know who they are, haven't seen them before, check them out, click on them, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. These guys, I watch all their videos. Good to meet a lot of them in person as well. I look forward to meeting them again at some point in the future too. So have a great rest of the day. Enjoy the channels. Thanks, guys, for the inspiration. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.